The new iPhone has recently come out, as you have may or may not have heard, unless you're living under a rock or you're not.
Wait, there's a new iPhone?
Yes. See, Joe lives under a rock.
Where's my shoes? Damn keys. It's out now? You're saying it's out now?
Came out a while ago, Joe. And with the new phone came a new operating system, iOS 8. What's kind of nice about this new operating system is that if you lock it up, there is no way anybody else can get access to it unless you give them the password. Now, the FBI is saying, but think of the children. We just got to get in there. Because they're claiming the iPhone is keeping prying eyes out, then it makes it impossible for them to access the phone if they have to confiscate it for child pornography. This is a common theme amongst people who have a problem with privacy concerns like that. Like, oh, but think of the children. We don't want to have video games that have violence because think of the children. We don't want to have people have access to the internet because there might be porn on it. Think of the children. You know, it's that same old tired old theme. Think of the children. Think of the children. It's a bullshit logical fallacy. I just don't know which one it is off the top of my head, but I've heard it before.
It's just the think of the children fallacy.
It's the think of the children fallacy. Sure, why not? I think it's a slip. I think it's like a slippery slope fallacy. If you lock your phone, then child pornography. I mean, come on, really? One of the things they said in the interview with CBS was that if it's like we have a trunk, we can't open even with a court order. Well, that's the whole point of a court order. You're not allowed to just access it without the court order. And if you don't get cooperation from the person that you're giving the court order to turn over this information, you can, throw their ass in jail. It's not like we don't have the ability to put them anywhere. It's like, you won't let me in. What are we going to do? I guess we got to let them go, Chief. Oh, fuck no. Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, I've encrypted the world's smallest violin and sent it to the FBI. I mean, you're absolutely right. They always run to this claim that, any limitation on police activity is going to be enabling pedophiles from harming children.
Yep.
We've talked about it before in the past when we talked about flashing your headlights to let someone know that there's a cop doing a speed trap thing. Cops will pull people over doing that, and they'll say, if you flash your lights like that, you could be warning a pedophile, and we won't catch them. And it's like, wait, what? You catch pedophiles in traffic stops? So now, I want to see how many pedophiles they've caught with text messages. Like, is that even a thing? It's ridiculous. It's like, oh no, we have to get a court order to do something, and now pedophiles are going to run free. It's a tired old excuse. It's a reason that they've been using for a long time for a lot of different things.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's all my thoughts.
Okay, Connie, your thoughts.
The fastest growing crime in America is identity theft. And I did a little research, and it was like, as far as kidnapping, most abductors are family members. The cases of, and it's usually cases in a custody dispute. I don't remember which year it was. This might have been as old as 2010, but of 800,000 cases, 400,000 cases of missing children, they're runaways. 200,000 are family abductions, leaving the remaining 200,000 to be actual, missing cases that they don't know, or it could have been other abductions. As far as terrorism, our government spent trillions of dollars and sacrificed our rights to battle terrorism, but the chances of being killed by a terrorist are 1 in 20 million. Excluding 9/11, fewer than 500 people have died in the U.S. from a terrorist attack between 1970 and 2010. So, but the chances of being kidnapped are about another 3 and 4. And honestly, even if somebody's kidnapped by somebody else, the children are more at risk of being harmed or abused by their own parent than they are a stranger abduction. But the chances of ID theft, as a poll of 2011, well, in 2011 we had 310.5 million people in the U.S. and there were 9 million victims of identity theft.
Oh yeah.
So, I think we should just stop this, because combined with the abuses of power seen by police officers in the last several years and the bold-faced entitlement that they seem to display on fighting crime, we should sit tight on our Fourth and Fifth Amendment rights and tell them, no, you can just do crime fighting the old-fashioned way, like Batman.
Think about the children. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, think about what you're doing. You actually have to get up away and walk outside where the crime is actually happening.
Yeah. So do what Batman would do.
What would Batman do? That's what
He'd have a utility belt, and he would do puzzles and stuff.
And defeat the Joker and the Riddler and all those people all the time. And of course, they must have a very good justice system there, because you see them back out on the street every week.
Well, it depends on which Batman, because there's 1965 Batman. Gotham's really a clean and nice place.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like crime-riddled city. But
right. Yeah. Exactly.
So now I've devolved this conversation from a serious thing to Batman. I apologize. Batman.
That's what,
if you can be anybody, be Batman.
That's right. The thing is, they need to put the Batman logo up on the wall. See and say, what would Batman do? So
he scares the criminals by having this imposing shape.
Right.
They'll just give it up.